So I really don't like the Obamas. I especially don't like Michelle. She's a bitch. And she had this little riff in there right in the middle of the speech where she's talking trash about Trump and saying, oh, Trump was such a narrow-minded guy. He couldn't handle a couple of smart, successful, educated black people. And there's so many, it's a lot of the women. So many black people think that way. That is such an off-putting, resentful attitude. It's gross. That's part of what's wrong with black people in America is that chip on their shoulder. No humility. No humility. They're the first ones to come up and say, oh, well, we didn't have it easy because of racism and white people have it easy. Shut up. I'm so sick of that attitude we get. They're so proud, so uppity. They were so fake, so arrogant, so smug, resentful, uppity, that chip on their shoulder. They really think they have it going on. And you can tell they hate this country. They hate white people.
Oh, the Obamas, they love this country. They serve this country. They might hate one white person if hate's in their heart. I don't know. I think they don't like him, and for obvious reasons.
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show.
He's a white nationalist. Nick Fuentes, unsurprisingly, went on another racist rant. That's his brand. He's staying on message, this time about the Obamas following their speeches at the DNC. While some would consider his opinions on the fringe of the right wing, let's compare it to the recent commentary from Fox News and Newsmax about the Obamas.
Barack Obama, still the godfather of this machine. He's definitely going to interfere in this election. That's why we'll be sending Johnny to Hawaii to get the truth about the birth certificate. This time we will dig deep and find out what really happened.
So I actually don't think she would have been that formidable at the end of the day.
I don't know. I disagree with you. I think they would have made Michelle into that Hollywood style type of candidate. They're doing this with Kamala.
One thing though, she never had a job. It's true. You can look it up. I think she worked as nobody knows.
I mean,
no job.
I don't think that would matter.
Given to her because her husband was a state senator.
These are all unintelligent people. She did have a job, not that it mattered, okay? That's how they met, as I recall. A young Barack Obama, he said, oh, it's a funny name. They said, hey, can you take this Harvard kid under your wing at the law firm? Mm-hmm. And she did. And then they got married, had babies, made it to Washington, D.C. It was the first black president and first lady. So these people are not intelligent, aggrieved. I don't know why. Once again, for the record, do I really have to tell you this? I will, just in case someone is being nosy who doesn't really believe in freedom and decency. And so they've tuned into us. Okay, they don't like independent journalism, but they happen upon it. So I'm going to give you this disclaimer. The birtherism rumors have been proven false. They're not true. It was never true. Any of it. Mr. Obama's citizenship was never in question. No credible evidence ever suggested otherwise. Mr. Obama released his short-form birth certificate from the Hawaii Department of Health in 2008. Most of the world moved on, but not Donald Trump. Can we see your transcript, by the way? New York Times with once again, giving you the details. We've got to move on from this now, okay? In regards to Michelle's resume, prior to becoming First Lady, Michelle earned a bachelor's degree from Princeton University. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's Ivy League. Juris Doctorate degree from Harvard Law School, that is as well. 1988, she returned to Chicago to join the firm of Sidley Austin. It was there that she met Barack Obama. He was a summer associate. She was assigned to advise. They fell in love. They married in 1992. By that time, Michelle had turned her energies to public service. She was assistant commissioner of planning and development in Chicago City Hall before becoming the founding executive director of the Chicago chapter of Public Allies, an AmeriCorps program that prepares young people for public service. I don't know why I broke into that song. But I feel like I'm just getting through these disclaimers, okay? White House released that in 1996. She joined the University of Chicago as an associate dean of student services. I'm not counting, but that's several jobs right there, where she developed the university's first community service program. In 2002, she went to work for the University of Chicago Medical Center, where in 2005, she became the vice president of community and external affairs. So he is up to more buffoonery. He's an nincompoop, okay, Fran? And I'm running out of words here because he's wasting air that good, decent people could breathe. That's really the way I feel now.
Yeah.
I want him to use less oxygen.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like the soul of David Foster Wallace was exhumed and just inhabited like a Muppet character, and that is Nick Fuentes. And he's just like, why are the blacks doing it? Like, he is so fragile when it comes to this. And the reason they're saying all of these things is because it's the exact opposite. That they are successful, that they are smart, that they are American, that they are, civil servants and have been civil servants, that they are careerists. And that's exactly what Michelle Obama's point was in her speech, was saying that Donald Trump had such a problem with the fact that we were hardworking, we were successful, and we made it to the White House, and we happen to be black. She didn't start with that. She was saying that that was what tipped him over the edge. And so the fact that she's now being called uppity or the chip on her shoulder, like, this is what black Americans are told all the time, that they should forget about the legacies of slavery. Oh, even though it means they can't rent houses or own houses in certain neighborhoods or get kicked off of airplanes, or don't have generational wealth. No, forget off all of that. Don't have a chip on your shoulder. Just buck up and work hard and do all the things. Guess what? The Obamas did exactly that. That's how they got where they are. And now they're being told they have a chip on their shoulder from a, little howdy doody racist over there. Shut up. You weird little mannequin boy. Like, you're such a creepy little spirit, So I'm just like, he is like, it is so gross to even have to do this story. It is gross to have to, whip out, Michelle Obama's, career history, but let's do it. You want to go toe to toe? You're an effing white nationalist YouTube influencer or whatever. Like, whoa. So anyway, Sharon, you
did that, baby. She went all. Okay.
It grosses, yes.
And I loved it. And I agree with all of it.
We'll pick up where we can end it or pick up where I left out.
I think that's button it. Okay. What you said was real. Okay.